What about the recovery of commercial debt in 2011? Do we think it's straightforward to recover debt at the moment? No, of course it isn't. And the current news makes it even more gloomy. The current figures, and these are literally July's figures on debt, and the source is Credit Action. The UK personal debt at the end of May 2011 stood at a massive £1.452 billion. A massive figure, 1,452 billion, I should say, 1,452 billion, a massive figure. And the total secured lending of that overall figure at the end of May 2009, which is the last figure that I have for it, was I think actually that should be 2011, stood at 1,242 billion. The amount of consumer credit lending to individuals at the end of May 2011 was 210 billion. And the statistics are quite frightening in terms of what's happening on a daily basis. Every day, 331 people are declared insolvent or bankrupt. So roughly speaking, during a working day, someone becomes bankrupt every minute. 1,577 consumer court judgments are issued every day. That's during Q1 of this year. And the average amount of the judgment, as you can see, £3,118. And what I think is a staggering figure is the number of new debt problems that the Citizens Advice Bureau deals with every day of the working week, 9,072 cases per day. Mortgage possession claims, again, as you can see, very high indeed, 220 issued today, 160 mortgage possession orders will be made today. And with the claims, landlord possession claims with rented property, 382 possession claims will be made, 265 possession orders made. I think we always need to think about whether it's going to be possible to actually serve the debtor with legal process. Are we sure we've got the right address? Do we know where the debtor is? All very important questions. If the person is particularly evasive, is he overseas? Yes, it's possible, and we'll have a look at this in a moment on service, to serve someone even though you're not sure that they're at that address because it's the last known address that you've got. But if you don't know where the person is and you don't know much about them, it's a huge gamble that information is going to come your way. How are you going to enforce if we don't know where the debtor is or where their assets are? So again, that question, is it economic? Is it worthwhile to pursue the particular debt? Have a look together at what we do. Let's have a look at the first poll question. Do you routinely carry out a check for insolvency before you issue proceedings against a debtor? If you would answer it yes or no. Thank you very much. As you can see, 75% of you do, 25% of you don't. The 25% who don't, it is something to consider because you'll be placed in a very difficult position if you find out partway through, because your client is very unlikely to want to pay your bill for work that was effectively abortive on information which is in the public domain. It's a commercial matter. Why go for the charging order in the first place? If you're looking for an answer sooner rather than later, can you negotiate it with the debtor? But if you want to try and enforce your charging order, do bear in mind that the district judge may take some persuading before making an order for sale. A final poll on your pre-action information. Do you routinely carry out a check with Companies House if the debtor is a company? For further details of CLT online seminars, please click on the link that's provided there. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye now.